Ever since I got this book, there was one pattern that was nagging me to get made. When you flip through, what stands out? None of these, come on, they're nice, but they just don't quite have the impact. Like this gorgeous quilt. This is the cock cover or center for large quilt in rosette and tuft pattern. I mean, that is strikingly gorgeous. It's the biggest engraving in this book. Now, this is something I've been wanting to make since I got this, and I'm so glad I made it, but so sad I have, as it was so fun to do. Let me show you. This is her. This is the centerpiece of our quilt. Now this rosette, I do need to iron and really put them into place, and then also sew up the corners. That's just to really make it look decent. But yeah, this will have to be sewn up and such because this is a 3D pattern. They really sit off the quilt. But no, I am so glad with this being done, but oh, it was so fun to do. I knew I wanted the flowers all in white. I thought that would look really nice. And this colors, I mean, that just looks nice as a piece. This dark brown for a shadow, I thought that would be neat. Then, of course, blue for our background to match all of the rest of the quilts. Red in the mesh and for the mesh edge, because it's quite harsh. It's lovely, but it's pretty harsh, so the less we have, the more cohesive it can be. And then the puffs, oh, lovely gradient of all the three neutrals. I thought that was great. That is absolutely adorable. But I'm so glad it's done. This is going to be the centerpiece and then everything else around it. So this needed to match everything else going on. And I think it does. And I think it's really fun. It's very textured. I think it's great. If you're wondering what the back is, this is it. Once I get the ends woven in, it's just going to show these little dots of colors really. So it's going to be nice and neat, which I'm very happy with. I worked in all of the, what do you call those? You know, the loose threads between the colors. I made sure that the back would be, you know, hassle-free. Oh, but I am so pleased. This is going to be gorgeous with all the other quilts surrounding it. It was a decently written pattern, I will say, in the square here. So just before you move on to the flowers, you work into your double crochets and you do chains. See, if you have noticed, this square does not really line up perfectly. It's sort of tilted. So now it's lined up, but it usually sits at quite an angle. Because into 24 on this side, they wanted you to divide that by 5. At least that's what I read. I may have been tired, but what I'm seeing is 24 is not divisible by 5. So every time I skipped a stitch to make it work, no, or added one, you know what, I can't remember. Whatever the math says to make 24 and 5 work out, I did, okay? And then you have the corners as well, which are a separate issue. I thought they were written a bit oddly. I think whoever wrote it needs to figure out how punctuation works. But, you know, they missed out on asterisks. It's not really separated as best as it could be. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But I got the result, so I'm happy. I am very happy. And it does look how it's supposed to. These ones, they're standing up on my one. It's going to be marvelous. And if you're wondering why their center is more like a plume and my one's, it's like very, like you've got 4, you've got 2, 4, 6, 8. You know, it's like that one's a nice little bundle. I did it correctly. All of my stitch count throughout was perfect. It was all good. But it's when you have a flower like this, you have a stitch behind everyone and in between. And then 3 in the corner. So the way that works out is it makes your flower kind of just look a bit more geometric, I guess, but when I sew it up, I will really get in there so it kind of sits in itself and hopefully looks a bit better. But that's all to do with the sewing. I will sew this up, I'll sew the flower up to be a bit neater, and then that should be fine. But comparably, I'm pretty pleased. And yeah, I don't know, it's nice having it out the way, but I miss doing it. So I will be remaking this, but not for my quilt. I have some, see that bloody square's not straight. I'll be remaking this, but with some just normal acrylic, and I'll be using it as a pillowcase. I think that would be very adorable. The back side, if it's going to be using this many colors or more, or however it works out, the back side will just be, you know, a typical treble square just to match, so it's not too much hassle. But I think a pillow with this pattern would be so duper cute. And now that I have an idea of how it's gonna go, I know how to arrange the colors the way I want it, exactly what to do, if, you know, there's anything I can improve. But overall, very pleased. I'm so excited now to put the quilt together. Of course I can't yet because I need to create all of it first, but I'm excited to see it all come together. I only have, I think, 2 balls of 20-gram blue left, and that's it, of the blue, which again, bitter happiness, but no, very happy. I did need to get this out the way just to make sure I have enough blue, because there's a few quilts earlier on which I was thinking they would be blue, and I think I might have enough blue for 3 of them. Oh, maybe there's more actually. See, that would use up 1 ball, maybe 1 1/4. And then there were some just very simple quilt patterns at the beginning, which I thought would be blue as well, but we'll see how the tides turn now. I guess they're hiding. Oh, here they are. That should be blue. This one is worked outside in. Creative and crazy. See, these I thought would all be in blue, but now I'm not sure. I guess I'll be making it more multicolored now and starting different colors, probably the dark brown and the light brown for now, as that's the most I have of. And then the white, I think I have 1 ball of it left. So it's stash busting pretty quickly. For 20 grams they go quickly. This used 2 balls up, so that's good. I'm glad I got this done, but I'm so excited to see this done. Anyways, that's it for now. Muchas gracias.